This is a day that my Father has made. I will rejoice. Jah, I thank you for this morning. Oh, it's a brand new day. Little bird, they're thanking and they sing. So let's all get down and pray.
Good night, teacher and our friends. Welcome to another episode. The ears truly teach. And my ever esteemed co-host, Prof. Wagwan.
Good, Good night, everyone. Thanks again for joining us. Yes, folks. So I wanted to discuss a great Jamaican football.
Which great footballer that could be? I make some guess.
Yeah, make some guess.
Yeah. Walter Boyd.
No.
Nah. I got up more.
We're older.
No, older. Me I talk about skill. Up more in skills.
Up more in skills? Well, listen, this man, right? This man is the first Jamaican. The first black man.
Skill call. Brazil. Playing Brazil.
To win an English first division title. An English league title.
English. Oh, I forgot weird. That's so.
English league title.
It's a first, so you're not talking about. I want to consider Johnny Barnes Jamaican. No. Can't play for England. I don't even born at Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I said first. Johnny Barnes was the first Jamaican first black.
Yeah, I go way before. Yeah, I go before Johnny Barnes.
Yeah.
So like black and white days.
I guess.
The great sports presenter and our first TV station, JBC, Mr. Lindy.
Delapenha.
When make a name again? Lindbergh. Lindbergh, I think, Lindy stands for, Lindbergh.
Yeah. Lindbergh. Lloyd Lindbergh Delapenha.
Mm-hmm.
Lloyd Lindbergh Delapenha. Lindy Delapenha was a Jamaican footballer and sports journalist who was the first Jamaican to play professional football in England between 1948 and 1960.
And would I try to stretch it as the first Caribbean? Maybe too, no? Maybe may I stretch it, but
it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
He played the league football for Portsmouth, and Mansfield Town.
Portsmouth.
Huh?
Portsmouth is synonymous with some other reggae boys,
Yes.
Yeah. Like our farmer just fired coach. I know Dan Burton played for Portsmouth. I know that a couple of the 98 squad, I think about 3 of them play for Portsmouth.
Yeah?
Yeah. So Portsmouth has been significant in Jamaica football.
Portsmouth is the team that Lindy won the English first division with.
And when you say first division, this was a top tier. This was before EPL.
This was top tier, just for EPL. This is the creme de la creme.
I'm the one that mixed up with first division now. It's not the same.
First division, no. This is Premier League what I'm about.
Mm-hmm.
Premier League.
He was lethal, as the writers would put it. Yeah, man, kick the ball very hard. He was a striker.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah, Dan Burton.
Yeah.
I believe.
Paul Hawley play for them too?
I was looking to see, but I don't see.
I know the other one play for them, you know. I know so Lindbergh and
It's telling me that Paul Hall played for Coventry City and Torquay United.
the other one, what name again? They were part of the first 5. Yes, I see him face, but I don't remember his name. He play midfield too. Can't remember his name.
Okay. Not sure who that is. Anyway. So Lloyd Lindbergh Delapenha was born May 20th, 1927 in Spanish Town, Jamaica. He sadly died on the 26th of January 2017 at the age of 89.
Somebody I see almost every day because his last job was class KLS FM right next door to my workplace.
Mm.
So I see him every day when he was active before he fell ill. He worked until he was 80 and he was still working on radio. Yep.
So I for some strange reason I was looking at the other day. I was looking at teams who used to play in the Premier League who are no longer in the Premier League, and I just wanted to say where they are now.
Like some of the team where you grew up hearing on the radio.
No. Which radio at, my brother?
No, we used to listen on Sundays. My first exposure to all the division was a recap, right, of all the results. So it used to come Sunday afternoon after all the matches and finished for the weekend, right? So, I like this one. Liverpool 0. No, I say English First Division 1. English Division 1. Liverpool 0. Arsenal 6. You know, it's my formula, right? Whether it happened or not.
You never heard that. You never, because you talk about 80s when Liverpool was running things. So you could not have heard that.
No, that talk about up to the 70s too, though. As far as back as.
You go back that far. You remember that?
Yeah, man.
70s.
My first encounter at the recap from the 70s. My father, I listened to it. Yeah, man.
All right, boss.
But the result paying no mind to the result. But I have to put it that way there. You know, Liverpool, and at Liverpool, they were there too. Anfield were there too. Liverpool 0. Arsenal 6.
Wishful thinking.
And my first Liverpool. No, Liverpool was my team. So this Arsenal thing back in the 80s, you know, it was Liverpool. So
There's still some bias, but anyway, continue.
This name, I'm going to research him. Archibald. What Archibald name again? Archibald.
No way at that.
It was a bad early 70s, 80s baller.
Play for who?
I think at Liverpool. This is before.
Remember, Archibald is an English name, so.
Yeah, man.
Archibald, you're going to find.
Something another Archibald name.
Stuff.
I think I see something another Archibald, you know. But this is before John Barnes. When John Barnes was at Watford, we start pay attention to Watford. And when John Barnes transitioned to Liverpool, you know, that time, you know, most 3/4 Jamaica Liverpool fan. You know. But remember team like I said this, remember team like Coventry.
Just so you know, I became a Liverpool fan before Johnny Barnes went to Liverpool.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah, you remember what drew you to that team?
Liverpool?
Yeah. Why you made that connection?
I mean, okay, so here's what happened. So I you know, my family in England, right? And I found out that they live in Manchester.
Mm-hmm.
And I assumed that, not knowing the makeup of the teams in Manchester, I assumed that everybody in Manchester cheered for Manchester City because it's Manchester City. The name of the town is Manchester City, right? So I assumed that everybody cheered for Manchester City. And so I started cheering for Manchester City. Then my cousin them come down from England, and I found out their team is Manchester United. So I'm saying, no, I'm gonna find my own team. Cheer for. And at the time, Liverpool was dominating the league. So I'm saying Liverpool.
Mm.
So I switched from Man City to Liverpool.
So that time you had the former coach as a player, the top player and captain.
Kenny? Dalgish?
Kenny, yeah. That time is that around that same period?
Yeah, King Kenny. Yeah. So that's how I decided to be my own man. I picked my own team and I picked Liverpool.
I was following them, but there was cement. I remember this Archibald thing. Archibald.
When I Google Archibald Liverpool, I am getting this couldn't be him. But this is 1874 to 1953.
I can actually around then.
Could this be it?
I don't know why that name Archibald in the late 70s, 80s.
I found something, but
I knew his full name, you know. As a little boy, I knew
this
his
was what, 70s?
70s, late 70s.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing a Steve Archibald, but he missed out on a move to the great Liverpool side after late 1980s. This was the late 1980s, so this can't be him.
Mm-mm. But I don't want to throw you off with the research of some of the greats yesteryears, that big name that were there. I'm gonna tell you, say one of them must stick out to me is Coventry City.
Yeah, Coventry City used to be big.
Yeah. Another one, Sheffield United. Can't remember. But a more recent one where one, I think them won EPL, red armor, blue and white. And when them won it for the first time, I say, oh, that team that just come up and win.
Where that one is?
Eh?
Which team that?
They made the broad blue and the black and the broad white. What them name again?
Blackburn?
Blackburn Rovers. When Blackburn Rovers won, it was like Leicester winning. To me, it was like, what?
Yeah, but who was the coach?
I don't remember. It wasn't a team that Buffalo. I don't remember.
Kenny Dalglish.
Oh, that when him leave.
Liverpool legend.
That when him leave and go there, so.
Yes.
Yeah. And then him come back.
Yes.
Yeah. I see where it go. Yeah, him they leave Liverpool and come go away and come back. So him leave Liverpool after the Rush era and John Barnes era, and then him come back in a Ufa era. Steven Gerrard, him catch Peter Steven.
Yeah, with Suarez. As them
Yeah,
bring Suarez.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I was shocked. Rovers came up. I think they won probably 2 to 3 years after coming.
Anyway, sir, can we speak about our Jamaican great Lindy Delapenha, sir?
No, you segue and say you pick up some of the old team that you no longer see in the EPL.
No. I was trying to say the reason why Lindy came to mind is because, but you never let me finish the story, brother. You start by the time you eat that Arsenal team. I listen to sports by radio.
Which team that about? The team that is leading EPL now? That team you just mentioned earlier?
So folks, so yes, reason why here's what led me to.
No, the team that's leading EPL now you say that Arsenal team. No, what's why I clear up that. I mean I know all I keep the leading up. So why
Arsenal team from way back when me talk about. Me not talking about the one where I lead right now. Okay. I'm not talking about the one currently leading, sir. Okay? Not that one. The one we interrupt me for going to talk about. Hey, listen for radio. That we talk about. We give Liverpool 6 love. That me talk about. Your fictional team. when I win fictional game on radio. Anyway. So folks, as I was saying before, I was interrupted by my Arsenal friend here. Who I should mention Arsenal is sitting atop the English Premier League currently. Are you good? Is that good for you, sir?
That might be worth mentioning because the next time it probably not the case. So is it worth I mention?
I can tell you the next time I will not be saying what your league position is.
No, you don't have to say that next time. You just say who is the number one.
No, I won't even ask that. I'm not going to say anything. So, folks, yes. So the other day, as I mentioned, I was looking at. Came to myself, I wonder where some of these teams are. The Portsmouth, Blackburn Rovers, Wimbledon, and I was, someone say.
I loved Wimbledon. I was so much in love with Wimbledon.
So anyway, before he segued into something else.
Much black people and a black captain. The first black captain that's in the Division 1 was a captain.
Who was the captain, sir?
I remember.
John?
No.
Now John Barnes,
Oh. I think it's saying John Barnes. And they had this guy that had the headband. Some medical reason too.
Okay. So I was like Portsmouth. I saw Portsmouth because they're playing in the EPL Cup.
At the time. Okay.
Yeah, they were playing in the EPL Cup. No, the EFL Cup, English Football League Cup, not EPL, English Football League Cup. So I said, I wonder which division they're playing in now. And they're now currently playing in the English second division, which is the third tier of English football. And
second?
Huh?
Second, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, before.
No, they're playing in the first division. Sorry.
First division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was like, So I started reading up about the history of the team itself. And I saw where they won the first first English league, and they were listing the players of that team, and I'm looking at the name, I'm like, hold on.
Familiar. Can't see him, man.
So 1948 to 1949 and 1949 to 1950. So they were back-to-back champions of England, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Lindy
no flukes like Leicester.
No, and Lindy Delapenha also played for 2 years, 1948 to 1950. And they're listing the players who played on the team. And I saw Lindy name. I was like, oh shit. I forgot about Lindy Delapenha. And I was like, I don't think a lot of Jamaicans remember or even know.
Fortunately, I have to be fair.
Okay. I'm not talking about Jamaicans living in Jamaica when he died.
Okay.
Because I know it told me that they did that.
Fortunately, before he died, they had a little special hosted by Fair Ellington.
Right.
And all of that story came out. So local people who were still watching local television, may have seen that.
Or lived in Jamaica
at
the time. Because I forgot about this. So I was like, you know what? I think we should talk about Lindy, because in my mind,
Pioneer.
He was the first black man to win an English League title. First. And to top it off, he's a Jamaican.
He scored a lot of goals too. Now, I don't know if you have the goal stats.
Well, I do. So, but before I tell you what the goal stats is, let me tell you about Lindy. So Lindy, I told you when he was born, I told you when he died. He was a Jamaican footballer, sports journalist, first Jamaican to play professional football in England between 1948 and 1960. He played for Portsmouth, Middlesbrough, and Mansfield Town. Despite limited appearance for Portsmouth in the 1940-1949 and 1949-1950 seasons, he nevertheless played a part in the club's 2 title-winning sides, and with it became the first black player to win a First Division championship medal. Delapenha started playing competitive football at the age of 11 when he played for Woolmer School. And I know you told me that he was the youngest player. Play Manning Cup.
Could be.
He scored his first goal for Woolmer's against St. George's College in the Manning Cup competition. Delapenha then attended Monroe College, Jamaica, where he was a multi-sport athlete. Because I remember he played cricket as well.
Yeah, and in the tracks.
As a schoolboy, Delapenha took part in 16 events over 1.5-day period in England. He then served with the British Armed Forces in the Middle East following World War II. During the service.
That's why we went to England side through the war.
War. Okay. During the service, an English football coach saw him playing football for the British Army. This game gained him a trial with Arsenal. There you go. But he did not sign for the club, and in April 1948, he joined Portsmouth.
Hold on there. Stick up in. It's very important. Probably the most important thing I ever say about Lindy is that it took Arsenal scout. it took an Arsenal scout to signal to Lindy that, hey, you're not an army man. There's a career here in.
Hello, sir. The report, the Wikipedia thing did not say Arsenal scout. It says an English football scout.
Look here, man. I can't make the leap to Arsenal. An English football scout and Arsenal play for trials. Come on. It was an Arsenal scout. The writer was lazy.
You know, right, Arsenal?
Yeah, right, Arsenal.
Holy shit. Okay, boss.
But it's important to know that even back then, Arsenal, the diversity and all of that wasn't a part. We include from any segment of the society, any race. This is the club that I fell in love with. You understand me? Other clubs like Liverpool is so even today they are so racist. But Arsenal, all are welcome. All.
Dude, there's never been a Liverpool game where any of our black players have been abused or monkey or banana been thrown off the field. That has happened at Chelsea or Tottenham.
You can't continue. That's a true.
All right, true. You finish?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Let's read about
48.
Yeah. During a football game in the army, yeah.
No. In April 1948, he joined Portsmouth. There he became the first Jamaican to play professional football in England. Although it is claimed he was the first non-white player to appear in the English Football League First Division.
Wow. That's significant, you know. Yeah.
He was actually predated by several other non-white players, including Arthur Wharton, who played a First Division match for Sheffield United as far back as 1894-1995. In April 1950, after a successful few years with Portsmouth, he transferred to Middlesbrough, where his career took off.
Middlesbrough was at what division at that time?
Oh, no, it doesn't say. But I'm going to assume that they were in the First Division. Go on. Eh?
Yeah, me actually think that young, vibrant, win back-to-back titles, although he was a rookie-ish. Seeing him go down the division. We would have probably stayed at Division 1, you know, with Middlesbrough. In 1948, he was about 20. In about 1928.
Hold on, I'm checking to see where Middlesbrough was. In So 1954, Middlesbrough was still in the First Division.
First Division.
What was your question? Well, 1927.
No, at 48 when he make him debut, it was about 20. 48. He man about 1928, he man?
27.
Oh. So I'm at 21. Okay.
He transferred to Middlesbrough where his career took off. He played on the wing or inside forward and became Borough's leading scorer in the 1951-52 season, 1953 and 54, and 1955-56 season. So for 3 seasons, 51 to 52, 53 to 54, and 55 to 56, he was a leading goal scorer. In total, he scored 93 league and FA Cup goals in 270 appearances. He moved to Mansfield Town in June 1958, contributing 27 goals in 150 appearances over 2 years before retiring from league football in 1960. Delapenha played non-league football, Hereford United and Burton Albion. He won the Southern League Cup in 1964 with Burton. Having returned to Jamaica in 1960, well, before I do that, so he made 8 appearances for Portsmouth. He scored 1 goal. Millsborough, 260 appearances, he scored 90 goals. Mansfield Town, 150 appearances, he scored 27 goals. Doesn't say how much goals he scored for Hereford United or Burton Albion.
What was his international goals during that period, in active period? Now that
Jamaica didn't have an international team.
1960. Didn't they play for Jamaica, man?
It's not listed here.
I'm sure Lindy played for Jamaica.
It's not. It doesn't say. Having returned to Jamaica in 1964, Delapenha played cricket for a short time and represented Boys Town at football, taking them from Division 3 up to Division 1. He also coached his alma mater, Wolmer's School, in athletics and football in the mid-1960s. Soon after, he became Director of Sports at the Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation, JBC. At JBC, he had various roles, including co-coordinating coverage of cricket, the Commonwealth Games, and helping bring international football to Jamaica. He stayed there for 30 years before JBC was sold and his services were no longer required. He died on the 26th of January 2017 at the age of 89 after a stroke. Yeah, I don't see anything about playing for Jamaica. Did they mention it in the...
That match, I remember if him that tell one story about World Cup qualifier. 80. Which year 80 went to World Cup that year? Which year? You can search which year 80 made a World Cup appearance. Depends on the year. I don't know if Lindy may think about her or somebody else.
Sure, Haiti made it to World Cup?
Mm-hmm.
$1974?
74. That must say somebody else story then. I never learned the story. Wait, that was supposed to be our first World Cup appearance, 74. We had the team. Yeah, and the man that mess up. Remember when
Eh? Skill Cole on the Monday? Or is that someone else?
Skill Cole time that? I don't know if 74 was a little bit too early for Skill Cole. Him did. Remember somebody that tell the story though. Some of them don't remember who. But you remember Trinidad never met them first World Cup when them supposed to draw a match and US beat them at Trinidad in the I think at the World Cup after the 98 World Cup. Probably 2002. And the man them joke out the match against US and US qualifier with them.
I remember that.
Yeah, something similar like that where we'll have the match if we go World Cup and 80 go over. So Lindy probably during the A days, yeah, we never really have a team going to World Cup yet. World Cup probably not, when I want them include people from that side in the World Cup, like Mexico and them places.
What do you mean by?
Remember, say World Cup start off small and then it start keep expanding. But I wonder, like a team like Mexico, when them get included in a World Cup qualifier from our region. I thought.
Listen, so the first World Cup was what, 1930?
Mm-hmm.
So back in those days, right? Countries were invited. I don't know when qualification started.
So them use some system to qualify for invite you. Probably show some prominence in the invite you. Probably they have to have a domestic league where look like it makes some sense.
I'm trying to see when the first World Cup took place in Uruguay. No, I'm lying. First World Cup was 1930 in Uruguay. Actually, Mexico played.
Mexico played.
Yeah.
Let me say this spread then. Okay. It wasn't a European Cup.
The 13 nations took part. 7 from South America, 4 from Europe, and 2 from North America. And I'm going to assume that 2 from North America was the US and Mexico. So the first 2 World Cup matches took place simultaneously on 30th of July 1930 and were won by France and the US.
Yeah, 2 World Cup played simultaneously that year?
Games.
Oh, games. Oh.
Yeah. So France defeated Mexico 4-1 and the USA defeated Belgium 3-0. Yes, a long time. Mexico played from the inception.
Mm-hmm. And US.
And US.
US more surprisingly than I know that US.
No, but remember the US teams were made up of expats from England, Scotland.
Yeah, a lot of soccer people come. Yeah. Somehow we forget sometimes, but when them go on, say them not come from England. All of them came right there. They're not.
So I have a correction. Did I say the 1950 World Cup was in Sweden?
Yeah.
No, correction. 1950 World Cup was played in Brazil, and that was a World Cup where Brazil lost to Uruguay.
There's a documentary on that World Cup, and the pain they carried.
That World Cup?
Yeah, 1950 World Cup shake up Brazil's team.
Yeah, man. I mean,
yeah, and it made them into stars thereafter. Mm-hmm.
They built this huge stadium, Maracana, and they were expected to win. And they were crushed when Uruguay beat them. Crushed. Maracana at the time I think, was the biggest stadium in the world. I think so. Yes, folks. So that is Mr. Delapenha history.
Lindbergh. Lloyd Lindbergh Delapenha.
Lindbergh.
Lindbergh. I can tell you one of his stories that another great sports presenter in Newcastle. Remember you?
Yeah.
Those here you.
You got to play football as well? Or just a presenter? A really good presenter.
In sporting press, he's not known for that. But he went to JC, he probably played some sport, but he wasn't known for that. He was not known for his voice. Because actually he wasn't a sportsman of such. His father was a sportsman, father was a cricketer. So Lindy knew his father as a cricketer in England, and Lindy is a big footballer Jamaican. So the two Jamaican and them normally, link up, met link ups in England. So
Wait, so hold on, you cross skill was shot?
no. Yes, shot killed by a security guard.
By a security guard, yeah.
After attempt robbery. Breaking and entry. Yeah. Yeah, some breaking and entry thing at a medical facility. Unfortunately, he was
he was on drugs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in that breaking and entry for medication and drugs, yeah. So it was a coke, crack, anything. Yeah, but the story with him,
complex on Ripon Road.
Yeah. The story about him came to prominence like he came to JBC for a news presenter. So he did an audition. So when he did the audition, he didn't get the job on the news because he wasn't really a sports guy. In father sport, he knows sport, but news. So he was leaving JBC when Lindy spotted him.
Yeah.
What you doing here? I must about the audition and Lindy said, them run the news, not take you with advice, yeah? No man, come. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, Lindy tell the story. And Lindy said he had a problem with him even in the early days with drugs. But weed them time there. And would hide weed. And then he told a significant story that them that have searches
Yeah.
for the company, property, and would hide the weed in Lindy's locker. Because them know so them now go search with Lindy's locker.
Damn.
Yeah. Because Lindy as the director at the time of sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, them want to search with Lindy, so hide it in a Lindy's locker. And so Lindy has struggled with this thing from a long time, but got out of hand when he went to England. Because he went to BBC,
Yes, because I said he was head of the BBC World Service Caribbean.
Yep. So he had a older brother. He had a brother that died, right? And he was there by himself in England, and he heard that his brother died. He was struggling.
Yeah.
And then just get frustrated and say, I walk the street of London. And while walking, he heard a shout from a taxi, a familiar voice. When him look, is one I'm bridging from the yard. The cop, what you do? I said, I walk. He said, come on. Go in a taxi. Start telling the brethren the daytime bread and all them something there and affect him and that was his introduction to cocaine.
Well, I think he was born in England, right?
Yeah man. But the father was a professional cricket player,
So born in Scarborough, you was one of 5 sons of a Jamaican father and a Scottish mother. And he moved to Jamaica when he was 12.
Father was a professional cricketer.
So wait, he went to Kingston College and then Jamaica College?
I never remember the Kingston part. I know the Jamaica College part.
Yes,
He graduated from Kingston, Jamaica College, so I know that. I remember that part.
so both of which he represented in sports.
He probably did. I don't know how long he stayed at KC.
At the age of 18, became a trainee reporter with Jamaican Broadcasting Corporation, where his reporting was characterized by a sharp analytical mind and a passion for the subject. By the late 1970s, he was a voice of sports in the Jamaican region, and his cricket commentaries were a joy. I'm telling you, man, I can hear that man's voice in my head.
And then after it was Lindy, Hugh Kraskell, then Ali McNabb.
Yeah.
Ali was a striker for Jamaica. Ali just retired from football and got the job.
Yeah, McNabb, yeah. Play for Boystown too.
Yeah. He was a Boystown striker and the Jamaicans kick the ball hard like Lindy, people say. People always compare him kick to Lindy. Yeah.
He actually moved to Barbados in 1983.
That is you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the headquarters for the Caribbean was in Barbados.
Okay. Well, they said he established the Kana Radio News Network.
Yeah. And follow his footstep to the Caribbean was Lance Whitaker.
Oh, fuck yeah. Damn, Lance Whitaker. Shit.
Lance Sportsman still, you know, if you see Lance, you can't believe Lance Whitaker look so young still. Him that is Lance. Because Lance was in the Caribbean too. I see it's same route, but I'm not sure if Lance reached England. I'm not sure if he reached England too. But I know him follow Lindy, Newcastle path. You know.
Yeah.
But he's at Sportsmax now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, doing who still? Lance Whitaker. Good shape, body in shape, I tell you. Lance in good shape, you know.
Like to me, the name Lance Whitaker. Bargy still alive?
Yeah, in baptized about 3 weeks ago now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Bargy baptized. Bargy would have been there with Lindy at JBC. Dennis Saul would have been there with Lindy. Because they were the two oldest people at the time.
Dennis Hall.
Yeah.
But damn, dude.
Ry Forrester would have been there as a newsman.
Ry Forrester too.
You tell me a story about Ry Forrester. I don't know if you remember it, you know.
Me?
Yeah. Courthouse story.
Ry Forrester?
Yeah. Weatherman, man.
Yeah, but me try remember. But
the man was
about Ry Forrester?
If Ry Forrester say rain na fall, carry your umbrella. And if Ry Forrester say rain na fall, you can wear it. It'll go dry.
Me say that?
No man.
Oh.
No man, Fiend's story was a divorce story.
Oh.
It was a divorce case.
Me tell about that?
It was a divorce case.
And me tell about it?
Yeah man. Sexual preferences. It's about a divorce case, man.
Jada, you remember more than me.
But
I can't remember one single case of Supreme Court.
But there was a lot of, in the Lindy days, there were a lot of people. Oh, you have the Indian. The Indian was there and read news. Tony Patel would have been there with Lindy. You remember?
Tony Patel have beard.
Yeah, Indian. My Indian.
Yeah, but I say beard up.
Yeah. And you have the female.
Remember Tony Patel, man.
I don't remember the female name. I see her face, but
Tony Patel still alive or I died?
you know, so it was over class too. And me and him have,
Actually, may I see a picture with him and Miss Kitty?
yeah, man, he probably alive, man. I remember I had several conversations because them over KLS, that's next door.
Yeah.
I talked to some of them. Tony was one of them. The one that died is one of them dead, you know. I don't know if you remember him. Tony Young. I don't know if you remember Tony Young.
The name kind of sound familiar.
TY, they call him TY. Tony Young.
Kind of sound familiar.
And Tony Young, younger than them. And him died. I think Tony Young died before Lindy, if my memory serves me right.
Oh.
Him me talk to a lot too. But Tony Patel now love motorsports. Him the first man to say motorsports are the biggest sports in the world. I look on him, I look on him funny. I said, Tony, probably a year of sport, so you have big it up. But he must say, yeah man, that it have the most audience. I said, what? That football? He said, no. Motorsports. Not in our region, but we're in the world.
Oh.
I said, wow.
But no, that's not the case.
Eh?
No, man, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. But I've never researched it. You know.
No.
I remember me and Tony Young attack and I disclosed that said motorsport.
Unless you combine every motorsport.
Yeah, man, every motorsport.
Formula One.
Yeah, every motorsport, like you combine every football. Yeah. Every league, everywhere in the world, to every motorsports.
He might have a point then.
Biggest audience.
He might have a point.
But couldn't see it, you know, but I can't see it, but that's it.
No, man, he have a point. Wait. So you have Formula One, right? You have Indy. You have NASCAR.
NASCAR the drag, right?
Different from drag.
That different from drag.
Different from drag. You have rally.
Yeah.
You have MotoGP. Shit. There's a lot. So he could be right.
And them say it demands a lot of rights. Television rights is very high. Very, very high right. Yeah.
He might be right. If you matter about combining them all, then yes.
Yep. Combine them, put it under motorsports. Yeah. Probably my train bike. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe too.
Yeah.
Although that's not as big, but that could be
You have the trail bike, the dirt bike, and the
dirt bike. You have rally,
and you have the other one, like Formula One.
You have Formula 2, and Formula 3. Yeah. Before I give you the usual reminders, I hope you enjoyed tonight's topic, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, right, and engage and share. Okay, guys, enjoy your weekend. Until next time.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. And don't forget to comment
and hit that notification bell.
This has been another episode of Teach and the Prof.